Hey friends, it's Independence Day at Wendy's Resin Lab, so pull up a chair and let's make some all-American resin crafts.
Hey there, welcome in to Wendy's Resin Lab. Pull up a chair and stay a while. Hey there, welcome in, we're glad you're here. Pull up a chair and stay a while.
I'm so glad you joined us back tonight. Before we get started on our July the 4th crafts, I want to check on, I promised you a demolding of our coaster bloom resin pour from our first video. So I'm going to take it outside and let's see what we got. Hey guys, I just had to come outside to demold our coaster bloom that we made last night. I'm so excited for you to see it. I had to bring it out into a sunbeam so you can really see that gold glitter. So let's take a peek. Check it out. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Look at how sparkly it is in the sun. Look at that. So we are gonna demold and see what it looks like on the other side. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. You can see it outside of the sun. It still looks like a gorgeous flower, and I can't wait to get it out. So let's pop it on out of there. Now, these things the very next day are still a little bit bendy, so you have to be careful when you're taking them out to not bend them too much, but they will flex back into place. You can bend them back. So we're gonna pop it out, and here it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this side. That looks really neat. It's got that crackle. I've been trying to get that crackle in the white, and there it is on this coaster. Let's check it out in the sun. Look at her. She is so beautiful and sparkly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks good on both sides. That gold is really sparkling back here too. Yay! I can't wait to make another one. I can't stop looking at it. It's so pretty. So hopefully, if you're going to get into resin art, you can go to the Dollar Tree and get you some mica powders and a coaster mold, and you can make your very own bloom coaster by following along what we did in the first video. If you didn't see that one, make sure you back up and see that one. And while you're doing it, like and subscribe to our channel so you get notifications for all new videos. So this morning, I took a trip to the Tree of the Dollars, and I went on a shopping expedition, and I found a whole lot of cute little 4th of July themed merchandise that I purchased, and I came home and I took it apart so that we could use it for resin art. I also went to Five Below and I found some really cute 4th of July jewelry, and I took that apart as well, and we are going to try and create some coasters and keychains with some of this. And because on the last video I showed you how to mix the resin and I showed you how to put the colors in, I'm going to skip over that part and let's get straight to pouring our projects. And I don't want to ever forget to mention that you need to wear your safety equipment. Make sure you wear your PPE, like your gloves, and you use your respirator because you don't want to breathe in the fumes that are given off by the curing resin. And let me get suited up and we'll be ready to pour. So as you can see, I have my red, white, and blue resin ready to go. I've got my lei where I cut up the red and white and blue fringe, and I got my beads and my American flag. I poured my white resin into my round mold and I spread it around so that it was filled. And then I took my lei pieces and I was just cutting them into pieces And what I'm going to try to do is try to push them over to the back so that you can see them from the back. And I don't know, I'm kind of thinking a fireworks theme here. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but so I just started pushing these in, and so that hopefully they can be seen on the other side. So I hope you can see better what I'm doing tonight, because I got the camera at a different angle. So hopefully you can see a little bit better what's going on. So I'm going to put that to the side for now, and I'm going to start on this first keychain. So I'm going to pour my red at the top, white at the bottom, and then put some blue on the side. And then I'm going to repeat that. And it's funny how it kind of pushes the other colors out of the way as you go. And so the question is to swirl or not to swirl, and I decided to swirl. So I'm going to put that one to the side, and we're going to start on our third project. Red at the top, white in the middle, blue at the bottom. And then I have these blue stars that I'm going to put just on the white part, and just see how that goes and what that looks like. I didn't fill this one all the way so that I can cover over top of it tomorrow with clear, and hopefully those blue stars will sit right there on the top, and then we can cover it up. All right, so we're going to take this flower mold, and I decided to take the red, white, and blue beads and just go around the edges of it so that they can be seen from the other side of the coaster once we get it pulled out. And I'm going to take my red, and I'm going to pour it first. And I'm telling you, that red is just absolutely gorgeous going in there. It's just neat how it moves. The white, I tried to do like a stringy white design and just went over and over it. And then I'm going to pour the blue in the middle. And I'm going to take my tool, and I'm just going to push it around. I'm not trying to get a flower design this time. I'm just kind of a little abstract looking thing going. I can't put the beads in it tonight, so I'm just going to leave it like that and wait for tomorrow. Now it's time to pop the bubbles, and she'll be good to go until tomorrow night. Welcome back to day 2 of our 4th of July extravaganza. Before we start, I think it's time for some
lab results.
Let's check our lab results. It wouldn't be a science lab if we didn't have some results. So I would like for you to help me score our first coaster bloom. Top score is a 10. First of all, clarity. Can you see through it? Can you see into it? Is it nice and clear? And the answer is yes. Check. Is the surface nice and smooth? Well, these edges are a little sharp, but I think that surface looks quite smooth. Let's give it a 9.5. All right, are there bubbles that can be seen? And the answer to that is no. That's a check. Do the colors blend? Yes, they do. Was there any spillage on the edge? The answer is no. Is it flat? Can you put a cup on it? Yes, you sure can. Is it balanced in the colors? Is it on one side, not the other? I think it looks quite cute. And is this a complex design? You bet your butt. All right, check. So that leads us up to a grand total of 9.5 out of 10 for our first coaster bloom. That's a pretty good score. Okay, so you might remember that on last night's pour, we took this coaster and we put white resin in it, and then I cut up those little tinsel pieces off of the lei, and I just put them down in here, and I pushed some of them down in the white so that hopefully they could be seen from the other side. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to let you see. I could see some of them. So I'm not quite sure what's going to be facing us when we demold this one tomorrow, but it should be interesting. So what we're going to do with this today is we're going to take these stars and we're going to put them around here, and then we are going to cover it in clear. That's the plan for this one. This one we used red, white, and blue. The white kind of got overshadowed in the middle, but you can see it on the back side. And we put those blue stars in here. And so all we have to do on this one is to put clear over the top of it. And it should be good. This one right here is finished. Red, white, and blue kind of heart shape. Again, the white kind of got lost in the red and blue colors. So, but this one is ready to demold. So if you'd like to see it, let's go ahead. Okay, so we got some white with crackle on the back, and then we have red and blue on the front with a little bit of white. So we'll have to see what kind of lab score this one gets. I think I might know what the problem is with my white not showing up, because I read in a book today that if you use alcohol pigments, they are made to push and do the lacing like that's doing right there. And that's what I've been using. But I did get some mica powder white, and so I'm going to try that and see if it makes a difference in what we're looking at here. The fourth item that we made was this coaster, and it is red, white, and blue. You can look on the back side. I think that's going to be really interesting when we demold it. And so what we're going to do today with this one is we're going to use these beads, and we're going to put all American, and we're going to put our little American flag right there in the center, and then cover it with clear. And this one will be ready to demold tomorrow on the 4th of July. So let me get everything mixed up and ready, and then we will start our work. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to do tonight is this little keychain, and I'm just pouring clear on top of it. Sorry, my hand was in the way, and that's all we've got to do to that one. And the second one, I am going to pour a layer of clear on it, just so that when I put these stars on here, they're able to kind of have something to stick to. Those stars are made out of cloth, and I think that if they get saturated with resin, that maybe their edges will stay down a little bit. So I'm just alternating red, white, and blue with the stars, and just continually kind of pushing down their edges and coating them with resin so that they'll stay down. I think this is a pretty cute little coaster so far. I just hope that these edges don't pop up out of the resin. So in the middle, I think I'm just gonna stack a red, white, and blue. I think I'll do blue on the top, and I'm just gonna coat it with resin. I don't think I'm gonna pour the rest of the clear on it yet, because I'm gonna see what's gonna happen to all of these edges, but eventually I'll pour more clear on top of that as well. So I'm just gonna put it to the side, and we can start with our flower coaster here. And it did actually kind of turn out to look like a flower a little bit on this side. So I'm taking my beads that spell All American and putting them on there and trying to find the right spacing. I was just struggling a little bit getting it even, and so I kept having to, fix them and rearrange them so that they ended up being even. And then I put my American flag bead in the center. I think it's super cute. I wanted to give it some extra pop, and so I got some little bitty diamonds, and I just sprinkled them all over the top of it. And then I am going to start pouring. I didn't want to pour directly on those letter beads because I felt like they were too light and they would start moving. So I kind of poured clear in the other places, but it was inevitable. They started moving. And I don't care how many times I moved them, they kept moving back. So I just had to keep fighting them. I tried to take my little tool and put some resin on top of each of them, thinking that maybe that would hold them down a little bit, but it didn't. So I just went ahead and poured the rest of my clear in there, and I fixed them, and I'm just gonna set it to the side for a minute and go back to my white coaster. And I went ahead and poured the extra clear on top of it now, and I'm pressing down on those stars one more time just to make sure they stay down. The blue one on the top is giving me a hard time, so I decided just to go ahead and change it out and put a different one in there. And then it took me just a minute to get it saturated. Remember, those are made out of cloth, and so I had to saturate them with resin so they would stay down. And while I was working on that, some of the white pieces were sticking out too, so I just fixed it. And then I got to looking at this one and saw that my letters were messed up again. And so I had to go back in there and move them again. Some of them had turned over when the bubbles started coming up through the resin. So I just had to just keep working with those letters several times to get them right. Happy 4th of July, and welcome back to day 3 of our Resin July the 4th experiment. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Happy 250 years to the United States of America. And what better way to celebrate it than with our All-American Crafts on Wendy's Resin Lab. I'm so excited to demold our crafts today. I had to bring them out in the sun so that they would give you a good sparkle. And let's see what we got. So our first project was this keychain. It's red, white, and blue. We unmolded this last night, so you did get to see it on yesterday's videos. I don't know what happened on the back. Our white sort of gave a crackle appearance, but I think the front makes up for it because I think it looks super cute. And look at it in the sun. You can see that mica powder really sparkles a lot. So I think this one is a really pretty keychain. So here's our first coaster in the sunlight. Look at the sparkle in those stars. It looks absolutely fabulous. So let's see what it does when we demold it. Okay, so I'm going to get out here where you can see it, and we're going to take the edges and we're just going to peel them off, and we are going to get this out of its mold. It's kind of thick, so it might still be a little bit bendy, but we'll have to straighten it back out. All right, she is out. Look at how pretty our first coaster is. We got the red, white, and blue stars, and then we have that tinsel in the back. Let's turn it over and see what we got. It doesn't look that bad, actually, guys. I think I kind of like that. I wish I had pushed the top more, but you can still see the red, white, and blue through it. It looks really cool to have the white layer and then the clear layer, and I'm going to tell you that those stars look absolutely fabulous. So let's put it in a sunbeam so we can really see it sparkle. Ooh, I love it. It is so pretty. All right, next I think we'll take this little keychain and we will demold it. And remember, we had red, white, and blue, and the white kind of seeped through to the back. So I think it's probably going to look like the heart one from the back. So let's see what it looks like. So we'll just pop that mold off of there. See if I can do it one-handed. Ooh, that's some skill right there. And that's my left hand too. All right, so there goes my mold. All right, so let's see what we got. So it's red, white, and blue. We got our stars. Let's see what the back. Yeah, the bag has that crackle appearance too, and the white sank to the bottom. So I'm thinking that I probably need to use a different kind of white, and maybe it might make a difference and it might not sink through like that. So, but I think that the front of this is really cute. I like that it looks like a shield. And those stars look real pretty. So if we put it up in the sun, She's looking good. Okay, so if we're gonna demold this one, I think she's so pretty. Let me turn her over so you can see. All American. You can see those little diamonds in there. And our American flag in the middle looks super duper cute. So let's pull her molding off. I don't know why. I always say she and her. It's just a habit, I guess. Okay, so let's pull this one out of its mold and let's take a look. So I love that the flag is in the middle and you can see it's like it scatters that blue all around it. I love the All-American beads. They all went their own way, and it makes it kind of cute. Look at this in the sun. Oh my gosh, she is sparkling. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, you ready to flip it over? Let's see what the back looks like. Ha! That looks really, really wild. Look at how swirly it is. And you can see those beads that I put in there around the edges. Yeah, I think those look fantastic. I think this is my favorite coaster yet. Y'all, we are just going to keep on improving here. Ooh, I love it. As we close out our 4th of July episode, I hope that everyone has a safe and happy holiday. Thanks, guys, from all of us here at Wendy's Resin Lab. Good night.